Good morning, viewer. I'm your host Mr. Oses, and joining us today is Mr. Okite.
Lovely.
Good morning, Mr. Okite. Thanks for having you here with us today.
Good morning, my brother. It's such a wonderful deal to be here in your show.
May I bring this to your notice, and I know hopefully you have seen this video on Twitter. And for our viewer Sake, I read. I'm highly disappointed in my fellow Igbo people. Nnamdi Kanu is suffering this thing because he's an Igbo. Had it been Nnamdi Kanu is from the southwest or the north, he couldn't have been there by now, and everybody is keeping quiet. Both the religious leaders and political leaders, and even those in diaspora. This was the words of MKN lawyer after the last court case addressing his and Igbo people. Now Mr. Okite, what is your take on this MKN Exodus movement for the freedom of the Igbos, and why is he still held in detention?
Well, I won't lie that I didn't see this video. But one thing the lawyer should understand is that MKN Exodus movement wasn't a peaceful one. The lawyer says if MKN is from the north or west, he would have not been in prison by now. The same MKN who actively preached and encouraged bitterness, hatred, terror and violence. He once openly called for the destruction and extermination of the northwest and southwest leaders and infrastructures. This isn't lies, the audio and videos are there. In his cause, Lagos felt like a target. Oh, I knew he was in hot soup. Private and public property got destroyed because of MKN. The lawyer who has been paid and his fans or supporters should hide their heads in shame. In that same society they do wish for or call on America and UK today, you do that and stay in jail for the rest of your life. Or can it be done in China, Russia, Germany? Can it?
Then if you say so, how many northerners set up cameras to attack the nation? Even armed bandits gets amnesty, but it's MKN the issue. Sunday Iboho did the same thing and was left alone.
I sometimes wonder why you all mix things up based on sentiment. The northern bandits and Boko Haram has been on the fight with the Nigeria army, which is the government from day. That alone shows they aren't protected. Negotiation with bandits came after the long fight. Sunday Iboho agitated and was chased out by the same government firepower. No lives lost. You see, this case of MKN, many things went wrong. I hope you know the same Isla people who so supported him are the ones crying to government to liberate them from themselves. MKN brought weapons, blood and death into his own peaceful land.
Then why not the federal government take to negotiations with the MKN movement and hold peace talk with them to see an end to this bloodbath in the east?
Was it the government who formed N, or was it the government who brought guns to the once most peaceful region? See, either way of life, MKN brought it on his people, and now he has no control over his own so-called freedom-fighting men.
Then why not negotiation with him for peace to reign in that region?
And what has the negotiations with him so far gotten into? He has said so himself severally that the government gave ears, but he wouldn't give in until Biafra is achieved. Now tell me, is achieving Biafra going to be with the blood of everyone in Igbo land? If all Ndigbo in Igbo land dies for the Biafra, then who then lives for the same Biafra after the freedom days? In my opinion, I would say, some rich and interesting person sent him to wipe out his people to gain Biafra, and once it's achieved they come back to rule as elite without questions. Just as many gods.
That's too huge to say, my brother. That's going way up hot now.
Then the blood pressure of the Igbos dying daily isn't hot and up. Go to Isla, Aru to Sagwa, and most places, you can't do a day talk less of night. They pain me say, MKN still they even get supporters.
But he never for once lied about the way the Igbos are been treated by the federal government. Especially after the war.
Come Mr. Oses. That's why I said, Nigerians are naturally very emotional, especially online. Just tell them what they want to hear and they start following you like zones bees. How? The entire Igbos knows that the federal government has been mean to them, even other tribes knows it too. But that's not enough for you to back your land a million years back because you want to fight for freedom. No be the freedom we fight for? Wasn't Sumi and Ekpa carrying guns and wearing camouflage clothes every day on TikTok and posting, telling his men to go fight for freedom, and yet he got a whole lot of supporters. And I wonder how people even think, at least MKN was fearless and was on ground. This one was in Finland and his command spills blood on Igbo land from Finland. One would ask, are they fighting the government for freedom or their fellow Igbos? Now dem catchy talk saying a content creator. On top people wait on delete for Imaduro. If na me carry gun for that man I for they shame by now.
You seems not to be happy with the movement. What do you think that may keep MKN even more longer in prison?
HMMM. Let me say this. He who once incited violence via broadcasts, urging attacks on police, soldiers, seizing weapons, forming an for armed resistance against Fulani herdsmen, but later the Igbos became the target, and not even one Fulani herdsman was reported hunted by these men. He who also started enforcing sit-at-home orders on Mondays the very first day of the week for states they were majorly ran by private businesses owners. No like the oil state that could hit the federal government hard. One would stop and ask why the fight and why the support.
That's strong. Ain't no easy at all. Now, Okite, what do you think can put an end to this agitation because MKN is in jail, the Igbos in the east are appeared daily and business is crying?
You see my brother. The truth is sometimes better but it's good we hear it. Late General Ojukwu has said there's no reason for another agitation. These are persons who started and ended the war. That aside, say we want Biafra today then let's do it without the blood of the Ndigbo who will one day have to enjoy that same Biafra yellow land. Now what we need to do is, the Igbos have to come out openly to condemn IPOB, and collectively work with the government to start apprehending those funding the movement home and abroad and also try to boycott that useless Monday at-home orders or the rich sweet Igbo land may not meet another 20 years as theirs. They may not even remember what and why they are fighting just like the novel Animal Farm. They have already become more than their enemies. Finally, they should restore and support the group Masob. Had no issues with them cause the land was peaceful before he coming of the POB. Thank you sir.
Wow, that's a strong one coming from our beloved brother Okite. We hope our people get to keep this strong and in heart so that we can achieve a better Igbo land for the living and the unborn. Thank you Mr. Okite for joining us once again.
Thank you so much my brother.
Viewer, we have come to the end of this program. Thanks for staying with us. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and also remember to turn your notifications on for more interesting videos about the happenings around us. See you in the comment. Bye for now.